guys, what's up? It's Hope, and I'm here to bring you my week 35 post-op VSG update and to also bring you my 8-month surgiversary video update. They kind of fell back to back this month, so I wanted to go ahead and get them both all the way in one video. I'm just going to start off with the numbers. My highest weight ever recorded, I was 330 pounds. The day of surgery, I was 306. Last week, I came to you weighing 207, and this week, I am 205, which is a 2-pound loss from last week, which I am super grateful for. And that also means that I finally hit my last goal before I reach Wonderland. I've officially lost 101 pounds since the day of surgery, which is incredible. I am just super excited about that. So, from my highest weight, that's 125 pounds even, which just saying that is incredible. 101 pounds since the day of surgery, 2-pound loss from last week, like I said. And since this is my 8 months surgiversary update as well, that is exactly 8 pounds since month 7. So, from month 7 to month 8, I lost 8 pounds, which is still pretty good. I feel like even though I'm still getting in, I'm still losing, which I'm grateful for. Let's see what else. I'm in a parking lot right now. I'm waiting on my husband and the boys to get here so we can have some dinner at a local restaurant. So I'm hoping nobody thinks I'm crazy for doing this. Typically, I am either on lunch break at work or I am at home. So it's kind of weird doing it like out in public. Anyway, so I wanted to go over just a few things. I do have some notes down here on my phone, so I will keep probably looking down at it just to make sure I don't forget anything since this is such a big video for me. Cannot believe it's been 35 weeks. Honest to goodness, I have never felt better than I do right now. I'm the healthiest for sure I've ever been in my whole life. And I cannot say how grateful I am for this experience, for the surgery, for the results I've had, for every single thing that's happened along the way. It's brought me here to this place, and I just couldn't be more grateful for that. I did have my appointment with my dietitian yesterday, and so I wanted to make sure and update everyone on that. There's a truck behind me. I'm freaking out about this. Yeah, okay. Anyway, and she said as far as my, dizziness, crazy blacking out kind of thing that's been going on, she said that she is going to attribute that to blood pressure because my diet is absolutely on point. She had nothing but good things to say about my diet, which I was so grateful for. I was worried she was going to think I was kind of being too strict on myself, but I kind of explained to her my mentality on things and how I felt like that if I was going to make this huge decision to have weight loss surgery, change my whole life, that I was going to make sure that I put in the work too, that I'm very aware that the surgery I had just provides a tool for me to be able to make the right choices, and for me to be able to lose weight, I have to be able to put in the work too. So I made sure that I told her what the reasons were for why my diet is so strict, and she definitely agreed with me. She even made a joke and said that she wished all her patients were eating like I do, which kind of made me feel really good about that. But she said it's definitely not a blood sugar thing. She said I'm getting in enough carbs that I need from the vegetables and fruits that I'm getting in. So she's not really worried about my blood sugar. She said the same thing that my surgeon said. And she said if it continues to happen, make sure and see your primary care doctor. But if it's not happening all the time, it's definitely something that I should just keep an eye on. But if it's not happening all the time, then, just keep an eye on it, I guess. If it continues to happen more regularly, to make sure and see my primary care doctor, but as of now, everything looks good. I did ask her just some general questions about my protein drinks. A couple of weeks ago, I decided to not have a protein drink every day just because I was getting all of my protein in. At least, I'm getting right now anywhere from 72 to 85 grams of protein a day with food, and she said that was incredible. She said if I don't want to have the protein drinks at 8 months out, then that's perfectly fine. If I can get in enough food during the day to meet my protein goal, then that's perfectly fine, which made me feel good because I was worried that she was going to not be upset with me, but question that decision that I'd made. So I'm super grateful that she was okay with that decision for sure. what else? And so I have a ton of leftover protein drinks in my refrigerator, and she said a really good idea for those leftover protein drinks, and this is a really cool idea. I didn't even think about this, but if you have a whole bunch of like pre-made, because I love Premier Protein and they're already pre-made and everything, so she said what you could do is you could make like, I guess, protein fudgesicles out of them, which is such an awesome idea. I'm so excited about it, because she said you can get those little containers like where you pour in the liquid and freeze like your own popsicles. She said you can pour in that liquid into those little containers and make your own popsicles with them. I was so excited when she said that. I was like, that's such a good idea, because I was worried all that was going to go to waste, and that Premier Protein is not, I mean, any sort of protein is it's not cheap, so I didn't want all of it to go to waste, and so I was super excited that she gave me that idea. I also asked her about folic acid. I'm sure most of you know if you've watched any of my other videos, my number one goal after my 1 year post-op is to get pregnant, and so my gynecologist said something about making sure I had enough folic acid in my diet, or in the vitamins that I'm taking, and she said there is plenty of folic acid in the Bariatric Advantage multivitamins that I'm getting in, at least 3 a day, and that's how much I'm supposed to get in as far as vitamins go, and she said there's more than enough folic acid in there for just, she said, continue taking your vitamins every single day like you're supposed to, and folic acid is not going to be a problem when you start trying to get pregnant. So I was grateful to hear that, because I definitely don't want to add any more pills or supplements to my diet. So I was grateful that she said what I was doing was perfectly fine. What else did she say? She said chewing gum is fine, because I was worried about that, because I'm in a gum kick right now and I chew it every day. It really helps with like craving and wanting to eat like mindlessly, and so when I'm in the afternoon time, I'll pop a piece of gum in my mouth, and it just makes the cravings go away. It doesn't make me want to. It kind of tricks my mind into thinking that I'm having dessert, which I said in my food haul video, and so that's really cool. Like, I don't have to worry about taking in all these extra calories that I don't need to be taking in. The gum really helps, and she said that was perfectly fine. I'm far enough out to have gum. She said just make sure and don't swallow it, which I thought was funny. I definitely am not planning on swallowing a whole bunch of gum, but I thought that was really cool that she was okay with it. What else? As far as my nutritionist appointment went, it is a new one. I hadn't met her before. It's not the same one that I was seeing before my surgery, but she was really nice. I was excited to be able to meet with her, and she said if I ever have any questions, I could email her, which is kind of the same relationship I had with my old nutritionist, so I was really grateful for that. Everyone in Dr. Schrapp's office is just so amazing, and so I was really grateful that when I met this new dietitian that she was just as awesome. So I'm super excited about continuing that relationship with her. I do plan to continue to see her even after I get pregnant, because I feel like that's something that I really want to focus on, is my nutrition and my diet, and make sure that I'm getting in enough what I need to get in order to be able to have a normal, healthy pregnancy. So she said just to make sure and continue to see her, which I definitely plan on doing that. But that's pretty much sums up my dietitian appointment. What else? I am starting to train for my first 5K. I signed up for a 5K. It's a color run. It is going to be on May the 3rd. And so I have a couple months to train for it. So I'm super excited about that. I'm starting the Couch to 5K app this week. Let me say that again. I'm starting the Couch to 5K app this week. Hope you're going to do it. Everything keeps sidetracking me, and I feel like I'm just making a ton of excuses that I don't need to be making, so I'm trying to be real with myself right now and say, yeah, this week is the week. I have to start training for it. It's only a couple months away, and if I don't start training, then, it'll be here and I won't be ready, so I don't want that to happen. So what's new with me? I have a ton of energy, like crazy, ridiculous energy. I don't know where it's coming from, but I'm grateful for it. This past weekend, I did a whole bunch of stuff. I cleaned out all of my closet, my dressers. I mopped and swept and vacuumed and did the dishes and did laundry and put all the laundry away. And then I went outside and cleaned off the back porch. And then I cleaned out the refrigerator. And I just did all these crazy things that normally at 330 pounds, I would have been wiped out completely. Would not have probably been able to move the next day. And I was perfectly fine. My mother-in-law is in town right now, and she even said, Hope, are you sore from yesterday? And I was like, no, it's so crazy. I'm not sore. I was perfectly fine. And so, I just cannot even put into words how great I feel. It's incredible. If you're watching this video and you're pre-op and you're wondering if it's the right decision for you and you're wondering if it's really going to change your life, It will change your whole life. I mean, just like simple things like walking and bending over and picking stuff up, shaving my legs. Like, I shaved my legs last night and I was like, this is crazy easy. It's so weird. I can't wait to see like how easy it is to like paint my toenails. Like, I remember before my surgery, normally I go get my toes done. I love having pedicures, but there was one time that I couldn't get to the nail shop, and I was wearing flip-flops. I was like, I'll just paint them. Oh my gosh, it was so hard to like pull my foot up and try and like paint my toenails. It was so hard. I was so out of breath and I couldn't like get my leg where it needed it to be. So weird. And I'm sure a lot of you can relate out there. Like, you just don't realize how hard simple things become until you lose 100 pounds, 50 pounds even, whatever the case may be, and you just feel like everything changes. Everything becomes so much easier. It's crazy, ridiculous how much more I feel like I'm living now. It's incredible. That's kind of a good segue into my next topic. I'm definitely feeling a difference in my body for sure. There's totally a car pulling up next to me. Totally feeling a difference for sure in my body. Feeling a lot stronger, a lot healthier. That's why I'm super excited to start training for the 5K, because I feel like I'm going to feel a difference. I'm not going to be like worn out after, walking for a minute or walking for 5 minutes even. Life is just so much better at this weight. And living this lifestyle, it's just like everything is so much better. Everything is so much clearer. The other day I was thinking, I finally feel like food does not control me. Food does not control my life. I am in control of my life. And that is a humongous thing. Like, my whole life since I was 7 years old, I've been on some sort of crazy diet. Food has always controlled my life. It's been a part of my emotions. It's been a part of, big celebrations, sad things that happen. Always, I always turn to food. Happy times, turn to food. Like, my whole life, that's been the thing I always turn to for no matter what occasion. And now I just feel like I'm in control and I choose what to put in my body, and that food no longer controls me. And I feel like that's such a huge thing, y'all. Like, there just aren't any words. Like, it's been such a good last few weeks. Like, I feel like my mind is finally syncing up with my body, and I'm not being too hard on myself, and I'm not like stuck in like this mental rut that we all kind of go through. And I just feel so good, and I'm so grateful for that. I'm just going to continue doing what I've been doing and hope and pray that it continues to go as good as it's been going, for sure. My husband is starting to eat a lot healthier, which makes me feel a lot better. It's hard when he's not eating on plan, because there's stuff that has a tendency to sneak into my house that I don't know is there. So that's always frustrating. But he's working out and he's eating right, and I'm super proud of him. And the last thing I want to talk about is hair loss. Oh crap, I'm at 1336. Is a lot of my hair starting to grow back. I'm noticing a lot of new growth, and I actually started using the Horse and Mane shampoo. A lot of people recommended it to me for like hair growth, and even the other day my mom was like, Hope, did you dye your hair? And I was like, no, like that's how much hair I have like up here. It looks a lot thicker, so my hair looks darker. And so I'm really excited about the results I've had with that shampoo, and I'm just going to continue using it and hope and pray that it continues to work like it should. But I think that's all for now. 125 pounds total. Can't believe it. I just want to thank you all so much for subscribing to me and watching my journey unfold week after week. I'm officially on the countdown to Wonderland. So that is the next goal for me, to be at Wonderland. And I'm super excited and I can't wait. So I hope y'all all are there to meet me when I meet that goal for sure. I will see y'all next time. Bye!